the PlayStation. I mean, what should I just add? The PlayStation is ending production of physical games for all new games starting in January 2028. Damn. From that date, new games will be. I won't lie, I haven't bought a disc in about fucking maybe like 8 fucking years. Like, say, I won't lie to you. So I get why people are mad and shit because like if you like what PlayStation did a couple. I watched I got a video pulled up from Moise. I watched another video of his and PlayStation removed movies from user accounts that they purchased and they couldn't do anything about it. So that's where it gets fucked up. Like shit can just get taken away from you like that and you can't do nothing about it, you know what I'm saying? But with physical disc that can't happen. That's the fucked up way it can get fucked. But I personally haven't bought a fucking disc in years, bruh.
Witnessed the extinction of the dinosaurs, nor was I there to see the death of the I wasn't around to witness the extinction of the dinosaurs, nor was I there to see the death of the final saber-toothed tiger. But boy howdy, I am lucky enough to be here to witness the extinction of physical games. I swear, Sony...
I was wondering where he was going with that, bruh. This will always be going on his rambles and
treats
shit.
Physical media the same way the Men in Black treated people that witnessed alien activity. Get the neuralizer out. Look here. No such thing as discs. There's only digital. They have now just driven the final stake in the vampire's hearts, the evil menace known as physical media. They have announced that they are ending physical production in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. For those that don't know, this means there will never be a physical disc for a PlayStation game
ever again, bruh. And you know all the other companies. I don't think Nintendo. You think Nintendo gonna follow suit? Because all the other companies are gonna follow suit, bruh. When the biggest do something, everyone else follows. You see it with Apple, you see it with everything, bruh. So you wanna even see it with GTA, bruh. All the motherfuckers, like the big AAA games after GTA, gonna try to do what GTA did with the pricing and all of this other shit, and they're gonna fail, bruh. And they're gonna realize they're not GTA 6, and then everything's gonna go back. But I don't know about this. This is crazy,
even if it's not a first-party title, because in order to even have a physical game on Sony's platform, it has to go through Sony. Thus, there will no longer be that green light, that thumbs up that lets you make a disc for their platforms. It is only digital going forward. There is only Zool. It's unhinged insanity because this comes only days after Sony just pulled over 500 movies from customers' accounts that they
That's what I was talking about.
paid for while offering no refunds for it. So customers had 500 movie titles that have now just fizzled into the ether, into the fucking back rooms, and Sony says, suck our dick. You don't even get your money back. So you paid for...
They didn't even give them refunds, you know how that's gotta be like illegal, like you paid for this thing. You paid for the license. But now because they don't own the license anymore, they can't even give you your money back, and they take it away. That shit's so
limited
crazy,
access to these films. You rented them fundamentally, even though you were under the impression that you were buying them and owning them. But because of this digital landscape, you don't own anything. You are paying for a ticket that gives you access for a set amount of time, depending on the companies or depending on the licensing. The movies are getting pulled because of a licensing issue with Studio Canal, but it's Sony's platform, and now all the customers that wasted their clams on it have nothing to show for it. It's just a void. It's blank now. You will own nothing and be happy, and Sony shamelessly makes this announcement in light of that, while also announcing that they are shutting down the PSN.
And plus, they increase the prices of the PlayStations, I understand that that like has like nothing. It's not their fault for the price increase. Everything is going up because of the, you know, saying some presidents around the world and shit. But yeah, updates on PlayStation Store for PS3 and. But let's be real, what this is like, they're shutting the store down for these consoles because if that's the thing.
In light of that, while also announcing that they're shutting down the PSN store for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita.
I see. Like, this is just like the times moving on, bro. Let's be real. Like, say, who's going on a PS3 and PS Vita and buying games and shit nowadays, bro? Like, there's no need to. We motherfuckers don't got the Sega, whatever the fuck, still going. Okay, that's the different thing. That's not online, but like, no, I don't see a problem with this whole online.
Meaning hundreds, if not thousands, of digital games that existed on those platforms are now gone forever and not preserved because there wasn't physical copies of them. They were just digital titles there. So they are genuinely right in your face, hitting fucking Fortnite emotes on that ass, laughing and goatsing in front of
I thought he was doing the Norway roics.
you, show
All the motherfucking Norway fans be doing at all.
going like, yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. Look, we just took down this store revoking your access to these games that you paid for. They're gone, Buster, and there's nothing you can do about it, Slime. Not even the Dragon Balls could wish these back into existence. Shinron is powerless against PlayStation. But let's not get too rambunctious off rip. Maybe they've got a really good reason for it. In response to shifting trends in consumer preference, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. Oh, shifting trends. You mean like how when GTA just announced with no physical edition?
I mean, the trends that you creating the trends, bruh. You the one controlling it, bruh. What do you mean shifting trends?
People were rightfully fuming, pointing out how awful that is in light of everything that's happened in this industry, where you can just have your access to the things you purchased revoked at any point in time. So if you don't have something...
Oh, I think they mean the trends of like... Yeah. Like Game Pass and everything going digital. Yeah, that I think that's
physical. You literally own nothing.
But even though still they create that shit, bro. They made it so everything is digital.
Own the idea of something. It's imagination. SpongeBob and Patrick in the Box imagining that they own their games right now when it's digital only. So if anything, the shifting trend in consumer preference is swinging back the other way to preferring physical media because of how bad this whole digital only shit has been. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical disc to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued in January of 2028. Also, again, this is horseradish, people are wanting more physical now. Like, for me personally, I've been a big advocate of physical media for at least like the last year and a half, if not 2 years, because of this trend that we've been seeing of just losing access to what you've spent money on. You're buying nothing. You are not buying anything. And they're just dangling their dicks right in front of our faces. Ubisoft unapologetically said consumers need to get more comfortable not owning their games. Like, how can you possibly be supportive of this? And people aren't. Like I said, I think the preference is shifting away from digital in light of wanting more physical. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital form.
I think that's more of the enthusiasts, so you know what I'm saying, like if you're being real, the normal like everyday person don't give a fuck about whether shit going digital or physical and shit. My nigga, they gonna get that shit. They just gonna get that shit no matter what happens, bruh. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna go out there with you like, no, I'm not gonna buy physical, I'm not gonna buy I'm not gonna buy digital, only physical. I think that's the only like real gamers, real enthusiasts of like media and shit care about that shit. Because I don't lie, I'm one of the normal people. Like, I don't really give a fuck. I won't lie to you.
Formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already released or will be releasing prior to January 28th.
But I can see where you like Charlie is coming from. You know what I'm saying? It is like, in the grand scheme of things, it is bad from what we talked about before with the movies and shit.
2028 in disc format. Also, something worth noting, this doesn't, like, they're saving a lot of money on not making physical games anymore, but it's not going to reflect in the pricing. The games are still going to be $70, $80 games. So, like, you're still getting slapped around with the pricing. It's not like this is going to bring down the cost of a now spiraling out of control industry. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation on how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new
Only at least they gave it like a whole year and a half, you know what I'm saying? January 2026, they gave it a year for also like adjust and shit, get ready.
games, whether that's at
They could have just said tomorrow, we stop it.
retailers or the PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. Hey pal, you just blew in from Stupid Town? If you are a digital-only platform, why the fuck would anyone choose you over Steam? Like, genuinely. You have a worse store. You shut down your stores too. You literally just shut down the PS3 store.
PlayStation got a store for PC. I thought, I just thought it was Steam and Epic, and then I got the Game Pass on Xbox.
And PS Vita one, so people wouldn't even feel comfortable buying from your store, considering at any point in time they'd have to be like living in fear that you're going to swoop in like the boogeyman and take away the things they bought. You have a much weaker store in terms of titles than Steam, so why would they choose you? Like, yes, it is more expensive to build a PC that can handle, like, you know, more high-end gaming, but there are solid entry-level PCs out.
Nigga, this shit says buy on Steam, buy on Epic. Today, I don't think they got a... Everything says buy on Steam, bro. I don't think they got a PC store. I won't lie. Gaming, South Africa. Yeah, I don't know.
Out there, and yes, while PS5 is cheaper than that right now, I imagine the PS5 prices are going to go up as well, reflective of Xbox price increase. I think that's the writings on the wall. There's going to be a price increase pretty soon, so eventually the gap's not going to be that big in terms of like price discrepancy between PS5 and PC. And again, PC has a much more robust catalog of games to choose from in the digital-only format with Steam. So why the fuck would anyone ever even consider shopping exclusively on this?
When a game is starting in 3 minutes, yeah.
Sony PlayStation Store after you keep going scorched earth on physical media and taking away people's products that they bought thinking that they owned them. Like, the way they're treating this shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they start going door to door treating people that own physical PlayStation discs like terrorists. Like, excuse me, we're going to need to sweep the premises here. We need to check your house. Do you have physical discs here? We got a tip. Like, and they just start like taking it physically out of your hands to make you shop at the store. A store which, by the way, is more expensive shopping digital only on older titles. So if you bought the physical copies for some of the games here, like this tweet illustrates, you saved money getting the physical edition on like God of War, Ragnarok, Gran Turismo, those kind of things. But now that that's off the table going forward, these games...
And the whole point of digital is because it's cheaper. They don't have to pay for the packaging and shit. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Presumably are never going to get cheaper on the PlayStation Store because they're still charging full price for these older games on their store. So they're looking to even make more money off of going digital only when getting physical down the line has been cheaper. Now they fully got it by the titties here. They fully control it directly. So they never have to bring the price down because there's only digital options to choose from now. You can't get a physical edition now for these upcoming games. Thus, the price doesn't ever have to go down if Sony doesn't want it to, and it looks like they really don't want it to. Still paying full price for some of these older titles to this day. Now let's take a peek at the bright future of digital only with Sony's immaculate track record of having stores that they shut down and take away the shit that you spend your money on. This is their announcement about shutting down the PS3 and Vita store. After nearly 2 decades of supporting the PS3 console...
PS Vita was crazy, boy, I won't lie to you. I had a PSP, but my brother, you're my brother, said that was my brother. I haven't spoke to him since grade 7, we like lost contact, we didn't have phones and shit. But we had PSPs, I had a PSP, I had a PS Vita. Bro, this shit was so fire, you used to, he had internet connection and shit, so he used to go on the, I didn't have internet connection on my shit, so he's felt like a whole different world, I won't lie to you. This shit was fire, bro, I won't lie to you, what a time.
Generation, we wanted to let you know, we'll be closing the PlayStation.
I remember waking up before church, playing Midnight Club,
store on PS3 as well as Vita. PlayStation Store
And then FIFA, was it FIFA 07 or some shit?
on PS3 will close in select markets starting this year, followed by global pressures for PS3 and Vita next year. That means new content purchases will no longer be possible once the PlayStation Store closes on these devices. To ease the transition, players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future. As the PlayStation Store continues to evolve to support modern commerce systems, including updated payment processing standards, PS3 Vita are no longer able to support these updates at the level required. As a result, we will need to close PlayStation Store on these devices in the timeframes as followed. They then list out the time frame where eventually life support will be pulled on July 2027. That's doomsday. We know this news may be disappointing to PS3 and Vita players who hold a special place in their hearts for this generation of gaming. They represent an important era in PlayStation history. It wasn't an easy decision. As they continue to expand the PlayStation experience on newer devices most of our users are playing on today, we need to focus more resources on delivering the best gaming experience on these platforms as we look towards the future. To our amazing players, we want to give our heartfelt thanks for your ongoing passion and support, which they love to keep wiping their ass with, by the way. Thanks for all the passion and support, Sony fans. We're going to keep taking away your games, by the way, and no physical media, by the way. Thank you again. Big thumbs up. Come give us a fist bump. Which has helped inspire us to shape PlayStation into what it is. This is coming from a place of point. And then they hand each other the physical copy and say, thanks. PlayStation, huge, valued greatly, and like the importance of being able to share a game back and forth, physically passing it to...
Yeah, they went back when they values and shit. Yeah, shout out to Charlie, bro. That shit's fucked excel when that's you if you're really an enthusiast and shit and care about the preservation of media. But this shit is different. Even about that, this shit bigger than it is. It's bigger than that. Like, it's about the companies just getting greedy, and they know the consumers ain't gonna, they control the consumers, except but they're still gonna consume, so they have an ego at the end of the day. They're gonna do what they want, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.